I was gonna make a video about my journey quitting Destiny for a second time. It was a video that I made a while ago that it did alright at the moment. It's my most viewed video, but, and I'm not gonna say that it's by a lot, but I remember that when I made it, I was still figuring out how to record myself, how to be confident with my voice and everything, and as I was going to do it, I actually had a different thought. Because I was sort of going back through all of the positive memories that I had of Destiny, and I remembered sort of like what I truly enjoyed most about Destiny and what I miss most about it. It's a game that I haven't played in a long time, and I just kind of wanted to come on here and talk about the community of Destiny. I remember in Destiny 1, I had gotten the game after everything had happened. Iron Lords had already, finished, and like it was an interesting spot to be in. I didn't really understand the appeal of multiplayer. I didn't have Xbox Live. I had just bought my own Xbox actually, and I was looking for shooter games, and it was Ting. And it got me hyped when I got it, seeing Space Wizards sort of Star Wars inspired things, and it was a good groundwork, I'll say, for what I then got into. But when Destiny 2 came around, I had a couple more friends that had the game, and one's name is Fat Dumbo. Shout out him. And I remember when I played the game, I was a lot more invested. I had just come to the game, it was new, I was following the story a bit more, and I thought it was fun, and I really did enjoy it. I'd play it with my brother a lot, actually. And Destiny has a very specific kind of game type that doesn't happen too often, where a lot of it is community driven, but it's a very close link, I think, between them and the developers. And I will say it's not like that anymore. But before, it would be like something would be just added to the game, and people would love it, and they'd go find it, and you would see people with some piece of loot that you'd never seen before, and you'd ask them how they got it. And it leads to a very interactive and community-driven game. And with my brother, I remember it was on the Dying City. It was during Forsaken. I had played through to Warmind. Warmind had in no way interested me. I was so confused on what I was looking at, and I got to play Forsaken. I got back into Destiny a lot with that. Sort of met some kid at a camp, and he also played Destiny, and he was really good. Oh my gosh. And he knew all the ins and outs, but he was like a Crucible grinder. He was already in the quote-unquote end game at that point in time. But I remember when I would go in and play the game, I learned that there were raids. I learned that you could play those with teams of 6. And I would say that's how I got most into the community of Destiny, was the raiding. Strikes, no, I could have given two shits, but when it came to a raid, I would look it up, I'd lie my way in, and I'm sorry to anybody who struggled with people that just couldn't do it. I'd lie my way in with my brother, and we were like, I'd say, give it a shot at 16 at the time. We'd jump in there, and we'd be like, oh yeah, we know how to do it, and we'd just follow them. And we'd pick up things as we went, and it was extremely fun. Yes, we were pains in the ass, little shits, but it was fun. People would eventually teach us. We'd say, oh, I need a refresher, bro. Oh, I don't get it still. And something like a raid, I think, is special because it does enforce teaching of others, especially for those who are patient. And, I mean, some people would sell themselves to do it, a little bit of Destiny prostitution, but I learned a lot from randoms that I would hop into with Discord. I learned to navigate Discord because of Destiny, and I'd make my LFG posts, and probably the raid that I did the most was the Deepstone Crypt, and I don't regret that. That is a phenomenal, in my opinion, raid. It is gorgeous. It has probably the most special moment that I've ever played in a video game, with you're under the satellite, jumping across it, and that music comes on, and it's just silent. And I remember, oh fuck, this is so cool. People would just like say, yo, I'm muting up, and they'd all just mute and just jump across and relax. And in my opinion, that is why the Deepstone Crypt is the best raid. And maybe I'd make a video on it, but it's such a phenomenal piece that they put together for that one, and specifically that part of the raid. The rest of it, I mean, holy shit, who cares? I just knew how to do it at a certain point. I kept on doing it. And I got all the raid armor. And something that was cool is a marathon sort of... I mean, it seemed like that was where they tested the waters for the marathons. Design was in the Deepstone Crypt and its armor sets and whatnot. And I'm sorry, I'm speaking a little bit quieter. I think my roommate's walking by. But what it comes down to is those people taught me how to play the game. I found people who were trying to start up YouTubes or streams for Destiny. I don't think that is most of the time ever going to be successful, but they were just people who were unapologetically themselves who loved the game. And that's something that I think was Destiny's biggest helper, was that the people who played the game loved it. They wanted to love it. They continue to want to love it. I don't think Destiny players truly hated the game or wanted the game to fail. They wanted it to be successful. And I mean, I'm kind of probably getting off topic, but that community that people would regard as toxic now, wishy-washy, nostalgic probably, they are the ones though that were around for it and were just balls deep in a game and kept on being, just in it. Just, you could live in Destiny. Holy shit, there's just so much to do. You call up your buddies and say, yo, you want to go do a strike? I do strikes with my friends and I do raids with randoms. And I remember I made it through the... Oh shit. It was the one in Shadowkeep one time. And, I mean, you have those skyboxes, those landscapes, and it's awesome. It's very cool. And that's something I definitely do miss. There's just so much to do in Destiny. And, I mean, people call it an MMO. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but you could live in Destiny. You can do so much in it. There's always something to do. I've been hearing that they're saying that there's nothing to do endgame anymore. But when I played, I enjoyed the Crucible. I grinded to get the... Oh shit, Mountaintop, I think. That gun was fucking sick when I did get it. And it's kind of unfortunate because that's probably the part of Destiny that I missed most, was the community. And the way that people treated each other, if you found the right people. And I know that I just saw something where people were complaining too much about how people approach the raids. It's very gatekeeping, and it's true. So lie your way in, be charismatic just a little bit, and people will help you. And I mean, I don't know, it probably wasn't all perfect, but I had a lot of fun doing it. I had a lot of fun just being there with my brother, fucking with somebody who knows what he's doing, and I'm just trying to figure it out. And I would say that it's kind of just, it sucks. But looking back, I wouldn't change it. I don't know if the Deepstone Crypt is still in the game. Maybe it'd be cool to just go back and do a run of it real quick. But, I mean, Destiny had something going for it, and it does feel bad that it's gone. And a lot of people do cling on to that. And I don't know. I see Destiny 3 thrown around a lot, but I don't think it was ever really Destiny's creators that necessarily... They made a great foundation for people to play on, but the community built the game up so much and supported it even when it got difficult. And I mean, I wouldn't change that for anything. And I do wish that I could go back to that. I get tired of the mundane games that have only one thing to do, or it's super welcoming to all players and with a perfect game loop or whatever. I liked how broken some things in Destiny were. I liked how people would tell you about it. How people would guide you to get the fucking malfeasance. Which I couldn't find that thing to save my life, and when my brother showed up with it one day, I was pissed. Made me so mad, but there's just... It brings back to, in my opinion, just some level of community that old gaming potentially had, where you would just go and you'd see your friends and you'd tell them about what you did. Or you'd see them in game and they'd show you what they did, and you'd be like, what the fuck? How'd you get that? Tell me. And then the guy tells you, or he holds it back, piss you off, and you go get it for yourself. And that is just such a satisfying sort of a, I guess, grind. And I mean, it was worth it. The people that I'd grind with to do my Deepstone Crypt every week were very kind people. People from all over the fucking world. I remember I met people from fucking Russia one time, and I was so confused, and like it just blew my mind that it was all over the place. And I don't know, Destiny, it did give me a community, and I really loved it.